Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can see by the title, I am going to be showing you how I do my August bullet journal spread. So if you guys want to know how I set up my journal for this month, then keep on watching. Bye. So the first thing I do whenever I think of what I'm going to try and do for a bullet journal spread, I go to Pinterest just to get some inspiration, and I was drawn to this one. I did post on Instagram and a lot of people wanted me to do a city one, but for some reason I felt this one really spoke to me, so I decided to go with this record player in a suitcase. I found it so cool. So the first thing I do is I plan out everything in pencil, and then I go in with my fine liner. For the fonts that I'm going to be using for this spread, it is a more script font, so a lot of calligraphy vibes going through the rest of the spread. I obviously add in my Hangul version of the month, and it is Parwar. After I have gone in with pen everywhere, I decide to add in my color. So I decide my colors before I even start planning, just so that I can have all those pens on hand, and I'm using mostly my brush pens that I got from Typo. I'm now going in and adding some musical notes everywhere. This really reminded me of when I used to study music when I was in high school. So this spread really took me back to when I used to doodle those music notes everywhere. For my quote page, I went in with a quote that says, "When words fail, music speaks." I found that so cool. I listen to music all the time, majority of the time, so I felt this was so appropriate just to go into the new month. And my dogs agree. A quick tip if you don't know how to do calligraphy, I suggest you just write the words out in cursive and then go back in with your fine liner on the downstrokes of each letter, and that will give you that sort of calligraphy style script. Next, I'm doing my habit tracker. This is my favorite part. It is the most grueling part of a bullet journal setup. I prefer to use a ruler and go in and create my little calendars for the month. So there's 5 weeks in August, so I just make 5 little rows and then 7 squares for each, and that will be the days of the week, and I will go in and then mark off my habits for the month. So I have about 6 habits that I keep track of. Some months I have 4 and some months I have more than 6, depending on what I want to sort of improve. Then along the lines or the corners of the pages, I decided to just do this little doodle of the records. I'm going in with my white just to create those little marks that will look like the record is being played. And then I go in and better the downstrokes of my script writing. At the bottom I said small steps every day. To add some color, I'm just doing little light strokes, and then I'm adding my habits with my white gel pen. Next, I'm doing my mood tracker. This mood tracker is actually going to be the easiest mood tracker that I've ever done. I am literally just making 5 staves. So staves are those little long horizontal lines, and I'm adding just the treble clef and the bass clef, and then I'm adding a key for the 4 moods that I track. So mine are balance, gratitude, anxiety, and then how tired I am, because your girl be tired sometimes. and then I will just add in those for the 31 days across those different staves. So I created 5 for the 5 weeks, so there'll be about 7 notes on each stave. Next, I'm doing a brain dump. So my brain dump is quite specific to my sort of needs, but you can have a brain dump for anything depending on the type of work you do. I have a brain dump mainly for the content that I create. So I have one for my reels, then I have another block for my branding stuff, and then I have one for IGTV, and then lastly I have one for YouTube. So I'm doing a little YouTube sign, and then I'm just adding some color here and there, making sure that it is blank enough space for me to jot down all my different ideas. The next page I'm doing is also very specific to me because I watch a lot of K-dramas and I do some TikToks based on K-dramas. So I have this page just for those TikTok ideas, as well as the dramas I want to watch, and then the dramas that I have watched. So this is my favorite page because this is what I spend most of my free time on. But you can also add one for series, you can add one for your playlists. This is sort of just your fun little, so you can look back on the different things that you've watched. Okay, the next page and the final page I'm going to be sharing in this video is my gratitude log. This is the one that I keep very plain and simple, just because I want to have enough space. This is where I do most of my journaling and where I get most of my, how can I say, my peace. I just jot down anything that I want to get off my mind, or I want to just make sure that I have memories logged that I really want to remember in future when I look back at my journal. And I just kept this very plain and simple by doing a little stave with the title in, and then I just did this little record that's spinning. And that is it. So glad you guys really wanted me to do this video, because actually watching it now, it actually looks amazing. So I hope you guys try out bullet journaling. If you want any more tips, please feel free to comment. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you soon.